All right. Welcome, everyone, back to a brand new episode of Busted Musket Productions, the quarantined edition, where we are all in separate mics, and it's probably going to be a massive clusterfuck.
Will it? Will it really?
I don't know. I'm in someone else's house right now recording. I'm house sitting right now, and due to how late the show started, I'm like, yeah, it's not fair to my family there that I started later than they were supposed to come home. So I'm like, you know what? I'm sure my neighbors won't mind if I use their house as a recording studio real quick.
So what I hear is breaking and entering.
Oh, you can barely call it breaking because I have a key. Lewis?
So entering illegally.
No, I was supposed. It's not forced entry if I have a key and no one is home, and I was going to have to come to the house today anyway because I have to water the plants.
So what
It's a hostage situation.
No one's home. How's it a hostage situation?
So if you were to stay there until they show up, they won't kick you out.
Well, no, they'd probably be like, "What are you doing here with all the computers?" And then I'll tell them, and they'll be like, "Okay, well, as long as I'm not messing up the house." Even though the house is kind of messy already, my aunt is the house cleaner, and I don't think she's showed up, and they've already been gone for like a week. Lewis, are you okay?
Yeah.
It sounds like you're wrestling something back there.
Am I?
Yeah. Well, anyway, one at a time. Let us. Me and Lewis already chatted for a bit. So, Ben, how are you handling this quarantine? What are you doing?
Work.
That's true. I'm a dumbass. I keep forgetting you're the only one with an essential job right now.
Wait, Lewis, you're not working?
No.
Rip.
Yeah. I got laid off, so I don't have a. I'm not gonna have a job even when I do come back. They're telling me they might rehire me, but I'm like, should I just take this as an out? But
Dude, Daddy, you should do what everybody else is doing. Join Jeff Bezos' army and Amazon.
what? Try to get an Amazon job, but aren't they on a strike right now?
Yeah.
That's why.
You should be a strike buster.
Yeah, I don't apply because they need employees right now. I apply to still go against Amazon, which I'm okay for because I haven't bought anything on Amazon because it's like a month and a half to get anything now.
Right?
Yeah, I'm
Well,
like,
depending on where they're shipping it from.
yeah, that's true.
If it's overseas, well, good luck.
Yeah, well, no, I was trying to buy Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, and they're like, "Oh, that's not going to come until like 2 weeks." And I'm like, "Then what the fuck is the point? I want something to play now." And no, I don't want to go digital if there's a physical copy out there.
Just get digital. It's all good.
No, I only get digital if I absolutely have to. Like with that game Gravity Rush. That was the only time I went digital, even though there's a physical copy out there. But the only reason
Waifu Rush.
yeah, Waifu Rush, basically. Even in that second game, they introduced two other characters, and I'm like, you guys are freaking waifu bait. You can barely call them characters. What the
What the fuck, Ben?
I know. So for the people who can't listen, we're all on Discord right now, and forgive.
Wait, is the audio fine with the recording or?
Yeah, so basically what's going on is you guys are on one computer, and your sound is coming out through the speakers, and then I have my computer linked up with the mic, recording the whole thing. Because
Sounds complicated.
yeah, because the first time I did it with the MacBook doing everything, that sound popping started and it ruined the audio. So I'm like, I have to do two separate computers now. Mother Ben, you gotta chill.
Oh no.
This is a wholesome family chat.
glad that only we can see what we're seeing, man. Oh
What the? I don't even want to see it. I'm gonna scroll up. I don't want to see it. Anyway, you
It's
know,
always gonna be there.
you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go ahead and get into the show so we can get out of here. I wanted to have nice banter here, Ben, and you ruined it.
It is wholesome up until that point.
Motherfucker. Yeah, like I see the little lolly hopping up and down. That's cute. And then, what is this, Lewis, that you sent us for someone's dabbing? Where's that from? Is that Arknight?
no. That's from a game I played.
Oh.
Honkai.
Oh, Honkai Impact. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
On
That's
that
my name right there.
name. What happened to Himiko?
Oh, still dead. So, I'm not that good, meta.
She's dead too.
Yeah, but at least they still keep bringing out characters for her.
Damn.
Although it's kind of bullshit that the new skin that they have for Shadow Knight is just gacha only. So I was like, I don't like this.
I love it.
Have you guys been keeping up with what's been going on with Raid? How, like, all in one night, people are, like, completely against them now?
Wait,
Who?
wait, what?
Raid at Shadow Legends? Did you guys hear that, like, over one night, like, everyone is against that game now?
Oh shit, no.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Which reminds me, this episode is sponsored by Raid Shadow... No, I'm joking. That would be funny as hell. No, so what happened was, as you guys know, Raid Shadow Legends was a game that everyone was pushing. Even if they weren't a gaming channel, like, the people were pushing this out everywhere. And essentially, Raid Shadow Legends went to that one guy, Nux Taku, if you guys looked him up after the last time I mentioned him.
Yes.
Yeah, so he went on to make a video where he's like, yeah, I could talk about the game, or I could talk about how it became a meme. And after that, and it was a funny video, he was making fun of it, but at the same time, he was still being very informative of it. But the whole time, he called it a meme, and not once did he ever say it was a game. So that was like a breach of contract, and they refused to pay him for it. Yeah. And now people are just realizing, like, when you actually play Raid Shadow Legends, it's a gacha hell, where everything is a gacha. Like, everything you have to roll, everything's a random buy. Every little thing you do, you have to pay for it. So now, like, creators and fans are going against the game because they're like, man, you're having us basically sell a gambling simulator again. Hasn't Overwatch done enough of that already?
Oh, it almost sounds like fake Grand Order.
Is it that bad? I never hear people complain about it.
Well, here's the difference. Fake Grand Order has waifus, so people don't usually complain about that.
Yep. Like I think I rolled for Anastasia Romanov, best 5-star caster.
Ooh.
How much did it cost?
Surprisingly, it took 3 singles. I was lucky.
Oh, sweet. You're gonna make a lot of people rage, though.
I remember when Fire Emblem Heroes was still a thing, and
It's still a thing. I just don't play that shit at all.
yeah. Well, I mean, when it was huge, and you literally had people getting death threats when someone else was rolling better characters than them. That's why I never played that game, because I know if someone got a Morgan before me, I would kill them. Because that is my daughter. Anyway, shoot, yeah. I'm gonna have to do a lot of, like, dead air cutting and stuff. But yeah, Ben, I wanted to tell you something funny. I edited the episode for Carolyn Tuesday, and you know how that episode was like 2.5, 3 hours long? Like that's well, when I cut out the interspecies reviewers and the other tyrants we went down, literally it was only an hour and 14 minutes of actual Carolyn Tuesday talk.
Wow.
at its finest.
Right? Man, I can't wait for us to just like mention the title of the anime and then the rest of it has nothing to do with the anime.
Oh yeah, Ben. Speaking of title of anime, you want to know what I've been up to this past during the whole quarantine?
Oh man, what's up?
All right, Danny, listen up too. I've been practicing.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hold on. Wait.
Okay, so while he's doing that, I'll go ahead. No, I'm joking. I'm just trying to say something. Let me know when you're ready to go.
All right, I'm ready to tell Ben what I've been doing these past few days or week or so.
Oh no, again?
Yeah, he hasn't heard it. That's why. I've been practicing the voiceover because I wanted this to turn out pretty good.
All right, do it. Do it.
Wait, what?
Ben, it's okay.
So, since the beginning of this quarantine, I've pretty much been doing the same mundane thing all day long. I wake up in the mornings around 11 in the morning to go eat breakfast with my family. I usually get cereal with banana slices on it. After eating my breakfast, I head downstairs to pretty much grind on the Zern Lane for a couple of hours or so. This usually turns out productive since I usually get around a couple experience points for my shifts. After a while of grinding around 3 to 4 o'clock, I go for my more daily runs with my family. Usually run for about an hour, and afterwards do 30-minute workout sections. I usually enjoy a cup of protein powder after that, which, after a heavy exercising, feels really good. I watch my evening news around 7 o'clock. Once that finishes, I go home, I go downstairs, and I pretty much spend the rest of the day playing Code Vein. After about 3 hours of playing on the computer or so, I go to bed around 12 o'clock and grind the Zerling one more time till 3 in the morning. After doing that, I usually have no problem sleeping like a baby until 11 in the morning. There we go.
Oh man, that so cracks me up. Well, Ben?
Ever since I finished Diamond is Unbreakable, I've loved the Kira theme so much.
That's why it sounded familiar.
Yeah,
I'm like, what happened, Ben?
That's why I heard that song. Like, wait, is that the Kira song?
He already monologues to himself.
He
That's what I think.
Yeah. Oh no. Why am I scrolling down to see what he thinks? I hope it's not a
Oh God.
Oh, Pepe. This thing just got a whole lot more racist. But
Uh-oh.
you know what? I'd rather have a Pepe in here than like a gif of Kira sucking on the severed hand because that shit so grosses me out.
I think there's one like that, but I have to join a JoJo server.
Nah, it's not worth it. JoJo fans are the craziest, but here's the thing with the JoJo fandom that I like and hate. When you run into a good JoJo fan, they're good. Like, they're really fun to talk about the show with. They have really interesting things to say. But then when you talk about the bad ones, that's when you start having a guy screaming in your face for not reading the manga.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember when that happened to Vanessa?
That happened to her? I remember that.
Oh, well, you want to know who did it to her? Can you guess who did it to her?
Joey.
Yeah. So what happened was, I don't know if I think you were there. I don't know if Lewis was, but someone mentioned JoJo, and then Vanessa just says, in a friendly little voice, "Oh, JoJo, I still need to watch that anime." And then Joey, like, who was talking to someone else, turns around and just yells in her face, "Read the freaking manga!" And I'm like, I've already. That was right when I was starting to learn to just ignore him, and I'm like, I think that was the first time in like a month of ignoring him that I actually just wanted to knock him out, because it's like, why are you screaming at people like this? You're the reason why people think the JoJo fandom is cancerous.
Right.
Yeah. But, oh, wait, Ben, did I tell... Oh, yeah, we did talk about this. I finished part 5.
How do you feel about Narancha?
Naran...
God, the lag is so horrible on my end.
I know. It's not that bad with Ben. There are times though where I'll say something and I'm waiting for you guys, and then I hear a laugh, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." Which one was Narancia again?
The
Because on my end it
the
cuts
plane,
from time to time.
Oh, sorry, Ben.
the plane stand.
What happened to him? I don't remember anything bad happening to him.
What? I thought you finished it. You want to know?
I did finish it. I remember. I remember Bucciardi. Um, I remember Bucciardi dying. I don't remember Narancia. Or spoilers, people.
You just spoiled. I think Lewis probably.
No, it's okay. I have the Facebook posts already spoiled it for me.
Ah, okay.
Oh shit.
Remember, not it was when they switched bodies.
Oh right. That's why I didn't think of it, because it wasn't his body. Right. Okay. I remember now. Yeah. Well, that's the thing that kind of hurt me, is like he was my favorite. That was my favorite character, mainly because I loved that stand. So yeah, when that happened to him, I'm like, oh, we're never gonna see Aerosmith again. I loved Aerosmith. Yeah, you know what's funny is like I don't know why the tiny little vehicle stands are so funny to me, because I really like Bad Company. I thought that fight was like hilarious because it's just like a tiny military force crawling around and attacking them.
Right.
Okay, that's it. I ended up playing like most of the video after all. It's such a banger.
Right.
Lewis, you okay back there? I noticed you skipped out a bit. Are you okay? Do you need a hug? Do you need an explanation why this show is just kind of mediocre? Oh god, what the fuck?
What? Mediocre? I mean, you could say it was. They skipped a lot. They skipped on most of the parts.
I can't hear anything right now. Hold on.
Oh. Can you hear me? Hello?
Alright, guys, we got technical difficulties.
Well, we've got technical difficulties on one part. Me and you can just take over the show, and since you can't hear us, we can talk about God, unprofessionalism. Just all. Oh, wait, he's back.
What?
I was saying how much of a hard worker you are here, Lewis. I love you.
Hey. I get to say that.
Hey, we're both fans. I love the both of you guys. You a little bit less because of some horrible shit you do. You torment
Okay.
me.
I do nothing, I swear.
Okay,
Everything I do is for the sake of friendship.
get right. You literally, for your sound test, you literally started off with Your Lie in April Sucks, which you know that's one of my favorite animes. Oh Jesus, Lewis, Lewis, can you
What's
hear?
up?
Stop being an idiot.
Yeah, Lewis, stop.
Oh Jesus, I'm scrolling up. I'm not scrolling down after this. I hate both of you guys. Anyway, yeah, Darwin's game is a 2020. It came out this year, right?
Yeah, it came out. It came out this year.
Yeah,
January. Yeah.
yeah, winter release. Yeah, it's a 2020 anime. I actually don't know a lot about this. Do you know anything about it, Ben?
Hmm?
Do you know anything? Do you know the background of this? I don't know a lot about this series.
Like the general concept.
Like, what was it adapted from? Is it an original? Did it?
Oh, okay. So yes, it was adapted from the manga.
A manga? This is a
Yeah.
manga?
Yeah, it's a manga.
This is really good art for a manga. I could have sworn it was like a light novel.
That's what I thought too, but no. I mean, the art stuff for the manga is really good.
Oh shit. That's
Heck, if you enjoyed the series, I would recommend like just reading it.
oh
Or you
yeah.
can always read the beginning because there's some parts that they skipped. Because there's a whole section where they focus on like a cop's perspective, but they scrapped that idea out for some reason.
So is that why the police suddenly show up in the last episode?
Yeah, the thing you see, I think the cop that you should have seen was a bald fat guy, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put more focus on him.
Jesus. See, I knew. Okay, so I'm just messing with you because of what you said about Yola and April. I actually really liked this show. I have a few issues with it, but I really enjoyed it. But that was the thing that really threw me off was like, okay, I get why the police would be involved, but this is a big, massive operation, and it just seems to be coming out of nowhere. I feel like if we had time to properly set this up, it wouldn't feel so jarring. But right now, it just feels like the creator wanted to have a scene where a bunch of random police show up and get mowed down without having any proper build up to it. So that's good that the manga actually fixed that. Or the manga.
Yeah, because in the manga, you get more of the police perspective, like after that first incident with the main character.
Yeah.
Side note: the best for the friend that dies on that parking lot. That's filler.
Oh, really? So there was no third best friend?
No, there's two best friends. There was never a third. I don't know why they put that.
Oh my god.
Oh, so he was just an extra then? So it's just the
Yes, he was an extra.
So it's pretty much just the guy that got chased, and then the other one that got kidnapped. Then.
Yeah, it's just the one that got chased and the kidnapped.
My god. See, I mean, I get it. They wanted to have that. They wanted to have that in a way to kind of ease the character into the game and kind of give the character an idea of what's going on. Jesus, this that's so. I have to scroll up a bit. Why did you put so many freaking "you got that" memes in here? So all I'm seeing is a freaking Puerto Rico shaking his naked ass in here.
Oh, you mean our Lord and Savior Ricardo memes?
Yes, but yeah. So I get why they added in that character, but that's funny realizing like, yeah, he's not in the manga, and now it just kind of feels like they wanted a body. They wanted like a higher body count.
Right. A higher body count and more emotional expense, I believe.
Yeah, even though, man, I love how the manga, I love how the anime opening kind of like spoils a lot of things. Like they show his three best friends like all laughing, but he's running in front of them in horror, and it's like, oh, so the guy who got kidnapped is going to die. I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's what happened. Even the manga, like I had hopes for him to survive because his ability was kind of pretty good.
They gave him a power, and then they're like, "Yeah, you die in the next 5. You die in the next 10 seconds." Lewis, you want to add anything?
For me, no, not gonna lie, this turned out a lot better than I was expecting it to be.
Now, is it better than Future Diary?
I'd say it is.
I might argue it might be.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Arguably, I think it could be, man.
No, it is good. It's just that like for 11 episodes, like it was just not enough because they skipped a lot of stuff that could have like been improved.
Exactly, that's why I say arguably. But other than that, I pretty much like this. I like this series a lot more. It's like, well, considering this, like the chick is not as crazy as you know. The MC actually does shit, so he's not whining half of the time. Although the police thing gets on my nerves half the time.
Well, that.
That's understandable.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I really liked about this main character is like in a lot of these shows, they have the main character like, I don't want to kill anyone, but they come off as less like, I don't want to kill anyone, but I still have to fight, and more of a pacifist because they don't even want to do anything to defend themselves. Like they'd rather get beaten up than like not kill anyone. And I actually liked, what you said. The main character here is actually fucking people up. He's beating people up. He's firing guns at them, but making sure it's strictly to subdue them and not actually kill them. So when he goes through something that he goes through in the last episode, it felt really organic.
Exactly. But then they had like that cliffhanger at the end.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when they formed the clan and everything, and then and they're doing the next game.
Yeah.
The next game, I already read that part. It gets seriously real. Like it involves like some alternate world dimension stuff.
Oh, what the hell?
And it actually ties. It actually ties.
Like it makes sense.
Yes, it does make sense.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because well, like we see one game happen in the anime, and it's almost practically the entire first season. This game, I think it's what, like 5 episodes long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And that one was basically like Sonic the Hedgehog Battle Royale kind of thing going on. Collect these golden rings and kill anyone who gets in your way.
You're not supposed to collect the ring. You're supposed to decipher
The code.
the numerical code that's inside them with the.
Yeah. It basically it was collect all the rings. You need 3 rings to survive. And then you essentially just have to keep stealing more because the rings are worth money. I think at one... Huh?
Wait, I think that's how it is in the rules that they set out, but the actual was like you have to get one of each ring that has I think there was like 8 or 10 diamonds in general, like ruby, sapphire, all that. Find the code and then like figure out where the real treasures.
Yeah. Well, what were you saying, Lewis?
Oh, that's the one thing I actually wanted to point out about the show that I always notice a lot about anime. Why is it every time, like, whenever they depict Russians in the show, the other major fucking weeps for Japan, some killer robots from, like, the Terminator series, or, like, some other thing as well, like the stereotypical Russian, like, oh, God, I speak Russian every time, yeah. Oh, wait, that's German. But something like some shit like that.
Well, that's the thing. I wanted to bring that up because...
Oh, you mean the boxer one, right?
Yeah.
It's like the ones who call them for the self-proclaimed Japanophiles. They didn't even adopt the Japanese names.
Yeah, Kaida, and I forgot what the other guy's name was. But no, that's the thing I wanted to bring up, though. I saw the dub for this. I don't know if you saw a little bit of the dub, Ben.
No, I did not see the dub for this one.
I was so happy in the dub that when the 2 Russian people showed up, they did not give them Russian accents. They were just talking in the voice actors' regular voices, and I felt so grateful that we didn't get another Isa from Dumbbells.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, so the people that voiced them weren't actually Russians, or?
They didn't try to fake a Russian accent. They didn't give them Russian accents.
So they didn't bother. They just spoke normally.
Yeah, but they had that thing where they're like, oh yeah, we're just giant Japanophiles.
Japan. Is that what they actually said? Oh no.
Yeah, they call in the Sun they call themselves Japanophiles.
Yeah. They say that in the dub too. That's kind of a thing now, is like they're just throwing file in front of everything. I'm a big cinephile, I'm a big audiophile, I'm the big foodophile, I'm a big dogophile. Oof. Furry file. Yeah. Anyway. I was going to bring something up, but I'm like, no. I'm going to steer us into a tangent. Don't do it.
That's right. You can't do it.
I want to. Bone of my sword. What the fuck? Yeah, I shouldn't have scrolled down. It's so tempting. Anything you want to say, Lewis? You haven't been saying a whole lot.
It's so hard to judge. Dude, it's so much more different online. It's so hard to judge when someone's going to talk and when someone's not going to talk.
No, I know.
Sorry, see, like right now. You just talked over Danny.
That's okay. Keep going.
No. That was pretty much a good example of that.
True.
Yeah. Man. But for me, one of the things that I really liked about the show, especially for this show as well, what I really liked about it is just kind of like the mystery solving aspect of it and everything as well. Even though when they meet that one lolly Rain, it kind of like was pointless at that point because she's kind of like a supercomputer.
Oh yeah.
And she does have the ability of, I think, Lapis Demon.
Yeah, which, by the way, I have studied that, so if you need clarifications on Laplace's Demon, then I can tell you I can clear it right now if you need it.
How
I think in general, Lapis Demon pretty much like it goes straight to where the future, where like it would be in the future. I would say.
So for Laplace's demon, it's not that it can go to the future, but rather what Laplace theorizes that if we reach the point where we can build a quantum computer, then can pretty much like calculate where each and every particle is. Then he theorized at that point, if you can have that calculating power, it would be possible to even predict certain futures. So it's kind of like how she mentions everything in probabilities, like there's an 80% chance someone's gonna be here, or we have a 50% chance of succeeding or not.
Yeah.
That's just saying how, based on her calculations, how the particles are moving at the time. That's the probability of when something's gonna show up. So there's still the uncertainty thing because there's still that chance of randomness happening, like with what happened with Wang when he teleported in front of her when she thought she had an escape route. So Laplace's demon is pretty much just telling you. Was pretty much the earliest like it said in the anime. It was like the earliest theory of quantum mechanics before quantum physics was an actual thing. So it was saying like if we actually had the computing power to actually predict where each and every molecule was going to be at each certain time, then it could be possible to predict the future even to a certain degree.
That's a lot of science.
Yeah.
Where was she bleeding when she did that calculation?
Oh, I think she overexerted herself with that though.
Yeah.
Because I think she had to dig deep into her mind or the database that she's aware of.
Yeah.
I think the numerical digits were the Darwin's evolution theory.
Yeah, the Darwin's order species. That's when it was published. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Essentially, Sherlock's mind palace when she goes into overdrive and goes into a different sense of reality in her head, and that's when she figures out the puzzle. I'm like, man, someone saw Sherlock.
And of course, you had to be a sniping lolly, and then we had the other lolly that had dissociative identity disorder.
So okay, so
that's not the case.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, all right. Her brother's spirit is inside of her. Okay.
Yes.
Even though. Sorry, go.
As far as I'm concerned, that child's not right in the head.
Wait, but would that child be a worthy candidate of a
No, that child would be considered more as a trap.
But
Well,
the body's
the girl.
But the spirit's a guy.
Does it mean the gender changes?
Hey.
We've discussed this.
If anyone has seen the new season of Castlevania, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a new turn on for people. Is the two gender twin threesome? So that's okay.
No.
Yeah, in the new Castlevania, there's a character that has sex with these twin siblings, and it's a boy and a girl, and they tag team him.
What the fuck?
What? Oh, yeah, I did.
We're totally gonna end up reviewing that one day.
It did get announced for another season too.
Fuck yeah, the last season was awesome. But back to this. No, that was the thing that I picked up with Rain is I did also think okay, so she does have dissociative identity disorder. But yeah, then she says that weird thing where it's I made a wish and now my brother is living in my body. Like the soul of my brother is in my body.
That sounds like the title. That sounds like the title of a horrible incest anime.
Right.
I made a wish, and now the soul of my dead brother is inside my body in another world.
Darwin's game.
That is the spin-off novel Isekai of Darwin's Game, the spin-off light novel. But that's the thing. I was so split down the middle with that character though because I loved the idea that it was one body being shared by two people, and one of them was a pacifist while the other one was a sadistic murderer. But the thing that made me split is the fact that she's one of those kind of waifu bait characters that I don't like. She was a hardcore yandere,
She does seem like that, but like even I would have considered that too lolly for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm pretty sure there is somewhere. What were you gonna say, Lewis?
Nah, man. The only waifu character I found throughout this whole series was Lei Huan.
Oh, the number one Chinese player.
Yep.
I
Chinese or Asian player?
I think Chinese player, I believe.
Asian server. They got nothing on global.
Wait till they go to the Korean server.
Oh yeah.
I knew.
Oh man, imagine playing in the South American server. Imagine the lag.
Oh no.
I knew as
What's
soon.
that?
Oh shit. That's what I was kicking.
You guys okay?
What?
I said, you guys okay? What was that?
Yeah. I accidentally kicked my earbuds.
Oh, okay. So, what I was gonna say though was, I knew as soon as they showed that character, I'm like, Lewis is gonna waifu this character up. Always, it was this character is basically Kurore, Harure from freaking Kingen Ashura, where it's like, huh?
Karuda from Kinganasura.
Oh, I was right the first time. I still pronounced it wrong. I was gonna say Kurore. Um, Yeah, no, because I'm like Lewis has a fetish for like badass chicks who want to like get banged by the main character. They want to like wife up the main character, and I noticed that's kind of like a thing you have. That's a theme you have going with your waifus.
Yes.
Goddamn Lewis. Welcome to muscle prep fetish.
Dude, she's a fucking assassin. Can you imagine how ripped she must be?
That is true. Her and the girl from Kengan Ashura are very muscly. What were you gonna say, Ben?
Have any of you watched Baki?
I no. The first half, yes, I have.
Amazing.
You're still watching it?
Yeah, I'm almost finished with the one on Netflix.
Okay. Well, don't you have like another 50 episodes in a backlog that you can only go somewhere else to watch it?
Which one?
Like the Baki series that was before this one, the one where they were
Yeah, because when I started, I was confused on the backstory, so I'm most likely gonna have to watch the beginning or read the manga.
Hey, Ben, fun fact. The artist for Baki, the creator of Baki, his daughter is the creator of Beastars. So now I'm just starting to think that that family has a thing for big muscly dudes creeping up on like small petite women.
Wait, would she be considered petite though?
Baki's girlfriend is very small
Yeah,
and
size-wise, yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah, because of the fucking muscles, but I mean, compared to like regular humans, I don't think she's that petite.
Compared to him though, she's like 2 feet small, 2.5 feet smaller than him. There's like a part where he's hugging him, and it looks like she looks so small compared to him.
Yeah.
Bucky's a fucking super soldier at this point.
Well, that's what I mean. They have a thing for like these big dudes creeping up on smaller women, just like Legoshi and Haru.
That's true. Dude, it kind of reminds me of that Wall of Meat special that I saw from the muscle cafe in Japan.
What the? Explain.
No.
So it's a limited time shop that opens from per season, but there's an actual muscle cafe where women can in Japan women can visit, where there's a bunch of guys and pretty much just aprons only that flex on you the whole time. And there's this one thing in their menu called the Wall of Meat special, where they literally serve you a full course meal, and you're pretty much surrounded by a bunch of guys just flexing their bodies at you.
Sayo Chesto.
Yep.
So basically, in My Love Story, the cafe he was working on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Snafu is this season.
Ooh. I'm still sad about ReZero. What else?
Hey, summer, not bad.
Yeah, it's a season away. I forgot.
The only thing watching this season was interspecies reviewers and Doro Hedoro.
I need to watch Dorohedoro.
I'm I'm mad that it's only like half of the episode, half of the manga. So
And they skipped out a lot, huh?
yeah, it's because they were doing a manga an episode. So they were cutting out things that they deemed unnecessary, but a lot of quote unquote unnecessary things either play into the character's development or come back way later in the series.
God damn it.
But what was I gonna say? There's this one. I don't know if you guys heard of this anime called Gleipnir.
Yes.
Yeah,
It sounds Russian, so of course Lewis would know.
that was a manga I read because Kodansha put it out. And I remember being so disgusted about the premise of the series. Like it was an interesting premise, but I was kind of just like disgusted of the idea of like this girl crawling inside this guy's body and like controlling him.
Oh,
Yeah. We're talking about the same one, right, Lewis?
Yes.
Okay. So
what are you reading? Danny, what are you reading?
okay, so essentially there's this main character. He's a very small, soft-spoken, wimpy guy, but he has the ability to turn into a monster, but when he turns into this monster form, he looks like a mascot. Like it's this big wolf-looking thing, but it looks like a mascot costume. And he has a zipper in the back of his body that if you zip it down, you can go inside and control him. So he ends up essentially meeting this girl who goes inside, who ends up finding this out and starts using him to like start trouble. And eventually both of them have to start protecting themselves from other people like him that are coming after them. And there's going to be an anime for that literally in a few weeks, or maybe even sometime this week. Who knows?
Yeah.
What's coming out this?
It's like. Yeah, and it's kind of like it's pretty much like this next level war kind of thing.
Yeah. The one thing I remember from the show, like laughing at, is a guy like crawling out of a vending machine.
Oh no. Oh.
But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. I remember just being so disgusted by the idea, so I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. But that's something you guys might want to keep an eye out if you know that sounds interesting to you.
Fucking Ben.
You know what's more interesting than that?
What?
The final season of Sword Art Online.
Hey, hey, hey! But it's the light novel ending.
No, sadly.
What the hell? Then what's the point? Make all that money. Don't end it early. Make all that money when he eventually makes more arcs.
Oh no! I think where he ended, like it's the season's last arc for that.
Oh, so by the time the anime ends, the light novel will end.
No, it's still gonna continue. Like I think the light novel for that arc ended like last year,
Oh.
so he's still making another one.
So they still might make more series after this.
No sin. I think he put out one new one out,
Oh.
so it might take a long while.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, back after we had our small little tangential break, let's go back to the anime. Because, man, we barely scratched the surface. So,
Did we? I mean, don't you always dream of being chased by a panda bear?
yeah, I do. I want to battle like a mascot. I want to just run on the field and fight like a baseball mascot.
Hey Ben, as long as that panda's Peter, I'm good.
What?
What?
Arknights.
Oh, I want to be chased by the...
Demolish you.
I'm fine by that. Rather than like some other guy in the costume.
I think the only time I'll legitimately be scared by a panda is if it's the one from Beastars. Because I know he can kick my ass.
Oh, wait, what happened to him? I haven't after that infiltration.
Oh, he disappears. He'll disappear every now and then he'll come back.
So he's safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't. I think
They
they.
didn't explain what happened to it.
I think they cut it out of the anime, but when they go outside and they see all the lions like tied up, he leaves a note saying, "Okay, I did my job, kid. I hope you're okay."
Oh, who cares?
Yeah,
Meanwhile, I haven't even touched that show since episode 3.
that show is so
It's
good.
really good. I got so into it.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it after I'm done with my Bobobo pick. Like, yeah. But Ben has nothing to say about that. He's like, fuck. Hello?
I mean, I wouldn't since I think you got cut off, so I didn't hear that part.
Oh, I said we're gonna do Beastars after my Bobobo picks are done.
After what? See, you got cut off again.
I know, he keeps getting cut off.
Sorry. We're gonna do Beastars after my Bobobo pick is done.
Let's see. Wait. Let me get a reaction for that.
Oh no. Okay, I'm not stopping here. So anyway, Darwin's game is essentially in the show. We're barely scratching the plot of the show now. Well, I mean, we did get into it for a bit, but the overall big plot of Darwin's game is there's this mysterious phone app called Darwin's Game that when you click on it, you're essentially getting you're essentially joining a battle royale type game where there's like at the beginning of the anime hundreds of different players, and all of them are given a specific magic, a specific like superhero ability.
Oh, when you say it like that, rather than Future Diary, it actually sounds more closer to Excel World.
Yeah. I was thinking of that too.
Yes, but except you're not forced, I believe.
Yeah, because Excel World, it's only a few chosen people that actually get chosen for it, and they have the choice to install it or not. But once they lose, like they can't rejoin or anything anymore. Correct?
Yeah. They get they get the memories wiped out, right?
I believe. I don't know. It's been a while.
Yeah, because I remember there was that one like douchebag kid who was like the villain throughout most of the series. That when they defeat him, he loses his memory and wasn't as much as a little shit.
The annoying prick.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. It does sound like that more. I guess the reason why we're kind of we kind of automatically go to Future Diary is because it's a death match. You can hide what's inside.
I mean, because Future Diary and Darwin's game are more based on survival, pretty much.
Yeah, the death matches with cell phones.
Yeah, but in Darwin's case, like you get millions of players joining. Future Diary, on the other hand, like it's just a selective few.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's pretty much and then that one's more just trying to select who's gonna be God.
Yeah, that's the thing that I forgot. That I forgot to mention. What's the overall prize of Darwin's game? Do we know?
Okay, so there is no overall prize, but it only depends on what you want as the winner. So in Pseudo Economist's case, he wants to delete the game in general, so people won't suffer or witness any scenario like his friends or himself has witnessed.
So was that the special thing he asked for at the end of the Ring arc? Oh no.
You mean the end of the game?
Yeah.
No, if you recall, before I think Wang was getting cubalized or something. I don't know how you say that.
Yeah. He was getting. Yeah.
Before he got transport, I think his special divinity, I would say, would be that all the matches that they agreed to, it will automatically be an all in.
Oh, okay.
So if my clan was against your clan, but you're not aware of it, and say if I win, I get everything that you guys have. You don't get a say in it, and you all immediately just get like teleported.
That's what he was talking about. Okay, because I was lost because one of my criticisms, it's not a criticism anymore though because it's my fault, was we never found out what that special favor he asked for was. But now I remember him talking about telling Wong about all in, saying like, oh no, this wasn't a match that you can just surrender from. Every match you now enter, you're all in. You enter us. If you lose, even if you surrender, you lose everything.
Yeah, because I remember if anything, because we were seeing the scene when he was talking to the guy that could request anything for him, he really thought it through. It was like, okay, what's something that I can ask for a privilege that can also serve as a deterrent, so that way people wouldn't engage in that many D games.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, for the first when they talked about that rule about Darwin's game, we're like, okay, if you mention this game to somebody else who's not aware or who's not invited to the game, then you lose your privilege. You can pretty much your account gets deleted and you pretty much die.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it reminded me of?
What?
It reminded me of the game.
What the game?
The game, which you just lost. If you remember it.
The game.
The game, yeah.
What?
Is the name the game?
Yes.
From.
And if you remember what the game is, then you lost.
Are we being
What
shown?
game?
Okay, so I don't know if you guys played this in your childhood or not, but in elementary school, and by the way, anybody who listens to this podcast, you guys lost the game. So, starting in elementary, there's this bag where pretty much people invented this pretty much this thing called the game, where if you remember it, the whole point of it is that you're not trying to remember the game. So when somebody mentions it, or if you think about it, then you just lost the game, and you have to start over again.
I think I remember that, but I remember getting.
Not at all.
I remember it a little bit because I remember bringing it up and someone immediately yelled at me, "You lose!" And I'm like, I don't get what I was playing.
God damn it, Lewis, I don't know what that is. I never played it. You know what?
You never played it, and you already lost.
Reaction time.
You never played it, and you already lost, Ben.
Okay.
I want to know what's happening.
Okay. If I can explain this just right, essentially the game is a playground game. Essentially the game is a playground game where it's a troll game where it's like, okay, we're gonna play the game, but you can't think about it, you can't ask about it. So when you have people immediately asking you what is the game, it's your joke. It's your time to just be like, oh, you lose. It's basically a troll. He's trolling us right now.
Yeah.
You dare troll someone that's never heard of it?
Well, I mean, you troll us all the time, so it's okay.
I mean, you just heard of it right now.
Fuck you.
Anyway, back to the anime. God damn it. Yeah. So one of the biggest things that I was scared of, because I was scared this was gonna be like a Future Diary, which I like Future Diary, or even worse, I thought it was gonna be something like Big Order, which is terrible.
Big Order. Oh no.
That was horrible.
Forever be unfinished. Someone translate the chapters already.
Oh man, I love that. Quick sidebar, people. If you don't know, Big Order is basically a JoJo ripoff created by the guy who did Future Diary, and in America we had someone scanning it because as of now, someone, I forget who, I think it might be Yen Press or it might be Dark Horse, but there's someone publishing it in paperback here, but they're taking the sweet ass time doing it. But essentially what it ended up happening is the people online who were scanning it chapter by chapter made this giant note after a certain turning point in the series saying, I think this series is freaking garbage. We're getting really irritated having to like translate such a shitty series. So we're just gonna stop. If someone wants to pick it up, they can, but don't expect us to make any more chapters.
finish the job, damn it.
But they can't, Ben, because it was terrible.
Lewis, finish it.
You want me to translate it?
Yeah.
Yes, I don't care if it's meme or if the translation becomes a meme worthy. Just translate it.
Oh, wait. You know
Big
what?
man, literate.
I thought you were literate.
No, I can speak it. I just can't read it.
Damn. Oh,
That's how you come up with your own translation.
yeah. You know what? We should do that. We should get all the chapters and then just turn it into ghost stories.
Oh shit. be the studio that picked it up afterwards.
Yeah. Well, we'll do Busted Musket scanlations. Well, we'll do it, but we'll just be completely like what's the word I'm looking for? Like a bad adaptation being
So kind of like the Shakespearean Dojin.
Oh yeah, or like the other one with the Australian.
The Australian one.
The completely broken one.
Oh, frick, what is it? I forget, but it's a way of saying not respecting the original source material at all. Yeah. Yeah, but we should just like we should just do that and completely just have the whole thing abridged and like have it not not symbolize the story at all and just see a bunch of people pissed off about it. But you know, it's big order, so it might be better. Anyway, let's keep going. Ben, is there anything you want to mention about this series?
Let's see. Oh, I mean, then you have the fact I'm not sure what the currency would be like if you win like a point, like it equals to like a certain like a huge amount of yen.
Yeah.
Okay, so I figured it out. It's actually around 100,000 yen.
For a point?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, because remember there was that part where the leader, well, Wang or Wong, the dub, yeah, the dub was calling him Wong though, so I was confused when they started saying Wang. Essentially, there's that part where Wang wanted to pay them off, and he's like, "I'll give you like 18, like I think it was like 1,800 credits, or like 18,000 credits," and that translated to like 180 million yen alone. Am I right? Am I right, Ben? I mean, Lewis.
But so I did the calculation. So 100,000 yen is around like $952.
Holy crap!
Oh my god! Imagine all the whaling I could do.
Dude, you're not a dude. This is why this is not the game for whales. This is like a Kraken territory at this point.
Yeah, and this is like that it explains why what's her name? What's the main girl in the series called?
Shuka?
Yeah, that explains why Shuka was like filthy freaking rich.
Of course, she's the top 10 best Darwin's game player in Japan.
Yeah, she's an A-rank player, I think they called him.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was plugging in my laptop because I'm not ready to end the show yet. But yeah, no. The thing I wanted to bring up before we got completely like sidetracked, before we started talking about Big Order, was the thing I realized that kind of annoys me with some anime is when you have an anime where there's this big plot going on, and the main character's sidekick is a badass female who the only reason it seems they're following him around is because they want to bone him. And I'm kind of sick of that trait. So when they showed Shuka, I was already like, oh god, this I'm not gonna like this very much, am I? But luckily, she's not in it as much as you think she would. She would be.
She just wants a family.
Yeah, she wants a clan, but then she's also like super in love with the main character. Salutations, thou whose be my own mother. What?
What?
Salutations, thou who bets thy own mother.
Why? Explain yourself.
Following a Kakyoin MILF Hunter's thread and disappeared.
Oh. Anyway, you want to say something, Lewis?
Yeah. I was getting lonely. Yeah, so continuing off what you were saying, so the thing with Shuka is like what you mentioned, she doesn't show up as much as you think she would. So that's one of the things that I actually liked about Darwin's game again is like it focuses more on the MC rather than the pair themselves. Because there will be times, especially with the ring arc, where it pretty much just focuses on his situation first when he's stuck in the hotel before Shuka gets in trouble with the fucking with the lolly with the two people inside her.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh shit! Did I cut off?
No, no. You said it. I just wasn't paying attention. I dozed.
Oh yeah, so I was saying like that's one of the things I actually liked about the show. Is like for the majority of the time it does focus on mostly Kaname rather than just Kaname and Shuka together.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That is like a good plus. Oh, were you trying to say something, Ben?
No, not that I was aware.
Okay, sorry. Occasionally your ring will flash up, and that's usually the signal I take to like stop talking. But yeah, no, that is one of the few good things too, and I do like, even though he does kind of come off as like a little, like he is very smart and very thinks on his head. Surprisingly enough, he's not the type of main character who is like the smartest one in the room. It was actually Rain.
Well, I mean, of course, a lolly has to be smart.
Yeah, but it was amazing that when they wanted to have moments where they made a character the smartest one in the room, it was like the little lolly character, which I liked her enough. The one thing that kind of made me laugh though is like she was able to find a sniper rifle that is like her perfect size.
Right?
I'm like, dude, I'm wondering if you got like that specially fitted, but then again, there are guns that are made specifically for children, like young children for hunting purposes. So I don't know, maybe.
I mean, no. Then you also have the fact that, like, I think if you look in the Darwin's game app, there's also like some like items that you can buy and it gets shipped to you digitally to
Or you
really.
gotcha for weapons too.
Yeah, gotcha.
Can you imagine if like the weapons that you needed to survive, they were like randomly generated? So it's like, come on, I need a grenade, and it's all like, here's a 1-star weapon, a flashbang. This isn't what I needed at all. And then Ben will be getting mad at Lewis because Lewis rolled like a 5-star Magnum.
Just like my 6-star Magellan that I got.
Fuck you.
God damn it. Stop flexing.
Hey, I got Silver Daddy and Sadia. That's good enough for me.
Dude, I ended up getting Hoshiguma on that banner too.
Fuck you.
Anyway, but luckily it doesn't end like that. Oh no. Oh no.
What happened?
Oh, no.
I just remembered what else this series reminded me of. It's Magical Girl Raising Project all over again.
Oh no.
Because think about it. It's people being put in a death match
With
through
special ability.
with special abilities completely thanks to a phone game. And then there's this entire part where they start buying weapons specifically for the deathmatch.
Damn, you're right.
Right? Not saying that's bad, it's just bringing up some very dark memories again. Anyone want to take over from here?
Oh, okay. I thought you were cut off.
No.
I got cut off too. I was like, that's awkward silence right there.
I forget I can't do that. I can't do like the PTSD pause anymore because you guys don't know that I'm doing it. That's what I was doing. I was doing the PTSD pause.
It's getting hard to read.
So anyway, anyone want to take over?
No, you.
What?
No, you.
But I'm passing so someone else can mention something about the
Pass
anime.
it back to you. Yeah, that's how this works.
This is your pick. You should be saying the most.
Fun fact. There's a time skip in the recent arc. Rain still looks the same.
Fucking of course it would, man, because she's the token lolly of the series at this point.
But what about the other girl that I was calling Rain by accident?
Oh, you mean the sister brothers, the one?
Yeah, what was her name?
Oh.
You guys forgot?
We'll call her Ice Chick. How's that?
Okay, we'll call her Danny's type. I mean, what?
Okay. So, Danny's type, I think she developed.
Oh, really? So she even got taller than freaking Rain?
Rest in peace.
Oh, here we go. It's Suri and Sota.
Okay, I'll call him Sota.
Just because it makes
Unless you have a complaint, Danny.
No. Hey, both of them are awesome in their own way. One was cute as fuck, and the other one was just funny. Yeah, you know, it's funny how initially that character came up as like a giant threat because I was the only one that was like coming after them, and then like by the end of the series, they use them as like, oh, if we want an efficient attack, we have to call on Sota.
Right.
Like when they freeze the champagne bottle to knock out the wheels of the limo.
They do a lot of thinking in the show. I'll deal with that.
Yeah, that's always. I kind of found like that's kind of my favorite type of battling, but it's always fun when you do watch the show where it's nothing but like ultimate attacks and slicing and punching.
That is also the development that kind of goes through at the end of the episode. Oh my god! I was like, yes, this is what I've always been looking for.
You mean what happens to Kaname?
Yeah.
Oh,
So it was a good thing his friend got chopped to pieces.
Because I woke him up from his naivety.
and I
Like this arc was pretty much a turning point for Kaname, so he does like get serious.
yeah, and I mean, oh sorry, go Ben. I mean Lewis.
No, you go. I was just agreeing with Ben.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that was the thing that was awesome though. Is like as soon as he turned like okay, I'm not fucking around anymore. He was such a badass. Like the fact that he was one-shotting people in the head, and even saying like, "Wow, I didn't think they would go down that easy." Sorry. Because there was that other guy I really liked. I forgot his name, but like the guy who was like a flat out military soldier.
Oh no, the speed one.
The speed one?
Oh no, the one that can tell like if you're bullshitting or not.
Yeah.
I like when you see it in his perspective. It says bullshit, I believe.
Yeah.
What? For mine, it just says lie. I got.
Oh, I think if you read the manga, it does say bullshit.
Yeah. Because in the anime it said lie too.
No, but his power does come into play like for a lot of like negotiations or like in the recent arc that it's in right now, like you have these monsters identifying themselves like that they're trying to come into themselves as humans.
What the hell?
So he can tell whether like this individual is a human or not.
So he's probably gonna die, right? So they can kill off the overpowered character.
They don't know that.
Oh, okay. Because that typically is what writers will do. They're like, yeah, we just kind of
Right.
yeah, we want to have an arc, but we have a character that will break it. So we might have to think about killing him in a couple of chapters, which they better not because that character is freaking awesome. Like like I was saying earlier, I love when they're fighting the Eighth, and Kaname's like gunning down all the dudes, and he's like, "Come on, man, save me some."
Oh yeah, when they're trying to kill up 8.
Yeah.
Let's see. in terms of like games total, you have the first one that was in the city. The second one, you already saw the glimpse in the ending, which was the jungle. That one gets serious. That one gets serious. Like then the main antagonist in that one, you already met him. It was the businessman.
Oh, the insurance guy?
Yeah,
Oh shoot! See, I knew that guy was shady. I knew just the way he was talking. I'm like, man, you're shady.
he's the main antagonist for that one. If I believe his sigil was, he's able to produce multiple copies of himself.
Shoot.
So he's able to be in multiple places more than once.
So he pretty much just runs the company by himself?
Pretty much, he could, yeah.
I'd like you guys to go down to the receptionist area. Hello, how can I help you? Aren't you the guy from the front office? No. Yeah, that was a thing from a show that used to. It was back when PlayStation wanted to have their own Netflix, so they made their own original series called Powers, even though it was based off a comic book. And yeah, there was a guy. The group of villains in the show, the people who were working and doing all the heavy lifting was just one guy who had the ability to make clones of himself. But what was I gonna say? No, speaking of villains in the game, I really liked the Florist. Like even before they ended up doing what they did with him, I kind of liked the idea.
They gave him a good redemption for that one.
Yeah.
And what made it even better was that in the Japanese stuff, he's pretty much Dio's voice actor.
He
Right.
was?
I noticed that.
Oh.
It was Dio's voice actor.
I robbed myself of a good thing. Oh, you want to know something crazy? Speaking of like Bobobo from earlier, he's the voice actor of Bobobo.
Really?
Yeah, I found out in a YouTube comment. They're like, yeah, that. But what's funny about Bobobo is like it's the voice actor for Dio, and I'm like, wow, has
Yeah,
this?
it is. It's the same one as Takahito Koyasu. If you guys want to know his name.
Ooh, that is good because he's in a lot of stuff. I mean, he's Excalibur too. The guy has played quite the bit of characters.
Excalibur.
Excalibur. I even love when he sings it in the Japanese dub. Excalibur. Anything else you guys want to bring up?
Hold on.
What the?
Where is it?
No, Louis, stop.
Yeah, Lewis, what are you doing? Think about
He's
the.
looking at something. Don't.
Okay, I guess.
Caliber.
Oh no. Oh yeah, that's appropriate.
That's it.
The fucking bad one you pushed.
Yeah. Is that a girl massaging her tongue?
Yes.
Oh god.
Sure. That's what it looks like.
Oh, it's an invisible penis. You freaking lewd bastard. Yeah, you know what's funny? Fun little story from AX 2018 or 2017. I think I showed you guys the video too. I saw an Excalibur cosplayer, and like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah. So I saw an Excalibur cosplayer, and I'm like, hey, dude, can I have a video of you? And he's like, yeah, sure. And like, I'm videotaping him, and the whole time he is talking, and like he's flat out going through an Excalibur type monologue. So after I think like a minute of me recording him, I just turn the camera to me and I do that face, and I ended up like breaking him because he started laughing like, oh my god, you actually did the face.
Yeah, I remember that video. I heard him laugh in the background when you put it towards your face.
Yeah. Was that? Yeah, okay, so that was 2017, because that was the year I was Mr. Sato. Another thing to bring up the show, because I guess we're coming up closer to closing it out, since you guys don't really have much to say. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, you guys just ready to do final thoughts?
Yeah, I think soon. I mean, is there anything else you
Ben?
Let's see. Oh yeah, your wife, Shuf. What was her name? Shuf, I believe.
Oh, Liu Shulong.
Huh?
Liu Shulong.
Oh, Li Shulong. If I were to say, like, you don't see her fight much up until the third game, which involves in a pirate game in the ship.
Ooh. Interesting.
Yeah, and then I think in the fourth game, which we're currently on right now, it's pretty much his world being in a apocalyptic state.
Oh, what? This game sounds like it goes
It's
places.
been taken over by some demonic-looking beast that was prophesied to that was gonna happen in an alternate world.
Oh no, are they raping Beast?
No, they're not.
Okay,
they
thank God.
literally kill you.
Okay, good. So, yeah, that's the thing I thought was. That's the thing I was also wondering too, is how long is it till that girl shows up? Because it's funny how they made an alliance with her, and then when they go to storm the 8th, the only backup they had was that guy from the dojo. The guy with the speed power. Hello? Oh shit, did we...
Sunset Raven. I'm not sure what city Wang's clan was in.
Shibuya.
Shibuya.
Shibuya district.
It was what?
Shibuya.
Yeah, okay, so you have the Sunset Ravens taking over the Shibuya district.
Which, by the way, is known for its culinary arts.
Ooh, good to know.
Yeah, because the 8th is carving up people left and right.
But you have kind of placing a strict rule where we're having a Darwin's battle in that area is strictly forbidden.
Oh, and this happens later?
No, it happened at the ending. Like yeah.
Oh.
They're not allowed. No one's allowed to fight in that area.
Oh, all right.
You could think of it like a safe haven for most Darwin's players.
Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking of because I wanted I had to prep for the show, so I have like about 7 minutes of the final episode to finish. I literally got to the part where they're like, yeah, we beat the game, yeah, but it's not over yet, and it's like, okay, good. I'll cut it off here, and then I'll watch it when I'm done with the show. But yeah, you guys ready for final thoughts?
Yeah.
Okay, let me go ahead and rally up the ending.
She's in her late 20s, early 30s.
Who,
Liu Shulan.
I mean, she did want to create an heir for the family.
Heavy breathing ensues.
remember people, if you see Lewis at a convention, just walk up to him and say you want to make a baby, and that will get him flat out turned on.
Okay, I cut off. I did not hear it. It just literally sounded like, remember, if you see Lewis at a convention, just flat out get turned on. That's all I heard.
Oh, I said, if you see Lewis at a convention, go ahead and tell him you want to make a... Go ahead and tell him you want to make a baby, and he'll get turned on.
But that's the thing, though. Is that
If he's made Rui, it's a possibility.
Sure.
the thing, though. They have to be older than me, or else it just doesn't work.
That is true.
You won't know that.
I mean, yeah, there's 30-year-old cosplaying girls walking around there. It's a thing, Lewis.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, yeah, no, I think this is a good sign that we need to end the show now. I'll go first, and then...
Your favorite show?
I'll go first, and then it will be Lewis, and then it will be Ben.
What's your
Oh.
show? I don't like. I hardly heard the song for the ending.
I wasn't too big of a fan of the ending. I was like, it's okay. Yeah. So Darwin's Game, yeah, it was one of those shows, unlike a lot of the picks that you guys usually do pick. I wasn't as scared of going into this. The only thing that really kind of made me hesitant is I was watching Gigak's video when he mentioned it, and he would talk about he was kind of talking about that it came off as kind of edgy and there wasn't a lot going on there, and I'm like, okay, so the series doesn't sound that good. And when I'm watching it, it's not a masterpiece, and there's
I
some.
mean, I wouldn't say it's edgy in general.
It's not at that edgy. That's why I found it weird that he was calling it like, oh, this could be like an edgelord show. And I'm like, I don't think it was that at all. I think it was tamed compared to the type of shows within its genre. If anything, I'd put it up there with Magical Girl Raising Project with how tamed it was. I mean, it was still about killing people, but, there wasn't rape or, like, murdering kids for the sake of fun.
Well, I mean, there's some players that do that for the sake of fun.
Ah, Jesus. Edgelord shit, Ben. No, but I found myself really getting John into the characters. Like I said, my favorite character in here was the Florist, who was not only a really kick-ass villain, but he had a very, very sad redemption arc with a very sad ending involving a character related to him. Um,
I couldn't believe it.
yeah, and also, big props up to the animation company. I think this is a first-time animation company. I could be wrong, but
No, I don't.
no.
I feel like they've done work of this before.
Oh.
I forgot what does this.
If one of you guys can look it up, I'd appreciate it.
I'm
But
doing it right now.
oh, okay, yeah. Because if this is the first show, or if this is the first major show they've done, the animation in here is something on the level of Ufotable most of the time.
Oh, the
Studio-
studio was Nexus.
They're a 2012 studio.
Oh, they did a Chivalry of a Failed Knight.
Hey, that's a good one right there.
What else did they do? I've heard of that company.
As far as I know, they just did a Chivalry, like, known-wise would be Chivalry and some, like, Wakaba Girl series.
Oh, okay.
Or
So,
Grand Bell.
so is this like the first major like action anime, or is Chivalry of
I
a
would say it's the second.
the second one?
Chivalry of a Failed Knight was really good.
Oh, okay, I need to watch
the
it.
First, was the first main action.
Oh,
So,
wait,
but in total, they only did like 5 actual series.
yeah, and then the only thing is that Chivalry of a Failed Knight was actually cooked with the Silver Lake.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So it's like with Dimension W, how Orange did that with another company.
So technically, Darwin's game is their first actual, fighting type. I
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah,
Action.
it's
It's the first time doing it by themselves.
Yeah. yeah, like how I think JoJo was the first time David did something on their own. Which I realized something kind of interesting about that. Wow, I'm almost done though. I realized something kind of interesting about that. David helped on Soul Eater, and now they're doing Fire Force completely on their own.
Oh yeah. Well, except in this case, they're actually gonna continue the storyline for Fire Force, not like the Soul Eater where they just like gave it an original ending.
Yeah, that's true. But okay, so what was I saying before we did that? Right, yeah, because if this is the first major series where it looked really expensive, I really got to give it to them because most of the time the 2D animation was something on the level of Ufotable. I mean, occasionally you'll have like off-model characters, but they were rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is coming from a guy who watches a lot of JC staff anime, and the models in that one melt like the slime people most of the time.
Or that Overlord one. I think the fourth season, I believe.
Oh, the third season of Overlord?
Yeah, the one where Ein summons the Shub Nigroth go, and you see all those lazy animated soldiers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The CG soldiers, like why?
Or even like Studio Dean, who's no stranger to big action series. They completely butchered Seven Deadly Sins.
And they're gonna
Oh,
put
yeah.
the next season too.
Yeah. God, that bums me out that Aniplex sees that and they're like, yeah, let's have them do the final arc, the most epic arc in the series. Let's have them go ahead and fuck that one up too. But yeah, no, I ended up really liking the series. I really hope we get a continuation. I'll read the manga when I finish Kengan Ashura, but I'm reading a lot of shit right now. But yeah, that's all I have to say for that. Go ahead, Lewis. Take it from here. Lewis? Uh-oh. Did he cut out?
No, I'm back.
Oh, okay. Lewis, I'm done. Go ahead and take over.
Okay, okay, oh, you're done? Okay, good. Because my connection timed out, so I was kind of like in the break for a bit.
Oh, okay. Go.
Alright, well, for me, when it came to Darwin's game, so, not gonna lie, I actually binged the whole thing last night. That's why I was asleep when Daddy called me.
I did the whole thing this morning.
What the hell?
I was watching it this.
I was able to remember it so crisply, but I'm not gonna lie, it was actually really easy to binge because again, it was one of those shows where it was like really interesting. I actually loved it. I actually really liked it a lot. And again, one of the things that's actually really hard to do when it comes to like these kind of like survival death games, when it comes to anime, is making a character that's kind of relatable, but also not a stick in the mud or too naive or anything.
Yeah.
And especially towards the end, I definitely like the development with Kalame where he wakes up like, okay, yeah, I can't beat this game without killing people anymore. I actually have to take this seriously now. Finally puts on the big boy pants.
Yeah, he does. Not only that, he takes out like big boy pants and then takes off his dad's belt because he is whipping all kinds of ass.
Oh, you want to know like the true name of Kaname's sigil?
What?
His sigil.
Yeah, what is it?
You want to know the true name?
Yes.
Yes.
If you saw I think you saw glimpses of like some dude like ironing a sword.
Oh. Yeah.
So the name of that sigil is, I think it's Muramasa.
Yeah, I knew it.
Wait, it's Muda Muda?
Muramasa.
Oh. No, that's hilarious, but I get it.
Yeah.
All right.
How would you know that, Lewis?
Well, me, Nier Automata.
You're right.
Yeah. Keep going, Lewis.
Swordsmith in the game.
Keep going, Lewis.
So yeah, so that one actually confirmed my theory because I was thinking it was when I saw his sigil, I was like, okay, this could be only two things. It's either Muramasa or Masamune, one of the two famed Japanese swordsmen.
Oh.
Makes sense because the way he's forging everything, I'm like, yes, this makes sense. And the fact that he's a forger and everything as well is like, it's gotta be one of those two.
Yeah, that sigil is like actually really overpowered depending on how you use it and knowing the limit that you can do with it.
Just teach Muramasa how to craft an atomic bomb.
Oh, that's true. Do it. Do it. I just want an entire arc where he just blows the fuck up and wins the game automatically.
I don't think that's the case. I think because he would have to know the components that's composed within the nuclear bomb. So I think that's a lot for him to do.
Yeah. Yeah, like he can't make cars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is there anything else, Lewis?
Oh, but back to it, yeah. And the thing that I like about each and everybody's pretty much well, the first couple abilities was pretty much like the references they make to all different things as well. Like for example, like I knew was a famous swordsmith for Kaname's first of all, Muramasa. I just didn't know if it was Muramasa or Masamune.
Yeah, they don't go into the naming of his sigil like until later on. I would say the third game. I would say. So this is pretty much a spoiler.
Oh. That's okay. I mean, people gotta be used to the fact that we spoil stuff. We have like over 40 episodes on YouTube right now, so people will get it.
Yep.
but it's not like a major spoiler. It's just like it's pretty much you want to know what's his sigil originates from.
Yeah.
And it gives you, if anything, it gives you a better understanding of how it works too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anything else?
And then, yeah, one of the things that I really liked is how some people came about to naming their sigils as well. Like for example, like Laplace's demon what was the other ones? Well, for me, Laplace's demon was the one that got me the most because I was like, hey, that's quantum mechanics.
Yeah.
Wait, how would you feel about someone with the sigil of Laplace demons and Maxwell's demon?
Fuck, I forgot Maxwell's demon, man. I don't even know what Maxwell's demon was.
Can we get a Schrodinger's cat demon? No.
Oh, what?
Nothing. Keep going. The people who will hear the main audio file are gonna be laughing their asses off. Keep going, guys. I wanna. Yeah.
Cut off, we didn't hear. What?
Okay. Just keep going, guys. I have work I have to do. No, I made a reference to Schrodinger's cat, which is.
Oh, Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so that was the joke I made. I'm all like, there needs to be a Schrodinger's cat demon.
Okay, Maxwell's demon. Alright. Fucking Ben.
Keep going, Lewis. We're waiting on you.
But yeah, so like for me, one of the things that I really like about this show is how it references like old literature and everything and stuff in the past as well. So that's a bonus for me because I love anything that has to do with history or sciences. And to top it all off as well is like, especially with Kaname, is he doesn't waste his ability too much. Like that certain show, Big Order.
Yeah.
So actually does utilize his ability to its fullest, and that's actually one of the things that I really like as well. Story-wise, it's really interesting actually. So I really got invested into the show. I actually buying the manga.
The thing with the manga, like I think each chapter is monthly.
That kills me.
You have like after this, you have like three games that's already 2 games that's already happened and 1 in the progress. So there's a lot to catch up.
It's fine. I mean, I got nothing but time.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay. Is that it,
You're
Lewis?
shit for everybody.
Is that it, Lewis?
Yeah. Other than that, for me, that's my thoughts. I actually give it a like for this one. So it's a pretty good show.
All right. Go ahead, Ben.
Oh, but you like this, but you don't like man, what was that one show?
Showman Sample? That was
Show Me Sample.
They're 2 separate shows.
But that one's comedic though.
This isn't a comedic show, though.
No, I'm saying that show's more comedy, so you're not supposed to take it serious.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway, yeah, but I get... there's tipping points in that show, though, that you can only handle so much. I get it. Anyway.
I mean, okay, you have that lolly there, so that makes sense.
Yeah, so anyway, keep going, Lewis. Not Lewis, Ben.
That was it for my thoughts.
Yeah, no, I said Ben. Keep going, Ben.
Alright, so... Yeah, like for most cases, like I saw like a glimpse of this chapter online, and I just tell myself, okay, I'll read it. I invest my time on it. It got actually really good, so I was really excited when it first got announced for an anime adaptation. I mean, I'm not too appeased since they cut out some parts with the cops involved, but like I understand production-wise time, but.
Yeah.
Other than that, I like the character development, the development that they show for not just Kame, but for like Shuka and the others as well. So there's that, and then then you have then you see other characters, like even though like saw one, like I think you saw like the boxer gym, and you have the speedster guy. Like they do have like major roles they play into later arcs.
Yeah.
Oh, and I don't know if you remember this, but then you have I don't know if you saw you have the VIP people like that can see the whole game.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that also like comes into play. So I'm kind of glad that they kept that part in because it feels like like they could skip it, but nah. But pretty much like it's a good show. I love the character designs. Like they really like outdid themselves.
Yeah. So, anything else?
No, that's about it.
Oh, okay then.
It's a fun show. Like you just give it a try. It's pretty good.
All right. Well, Ben, if you like this show and I'm not even completely showing, you gotta read that webtoon comic that I recommended you.
Is it the Scooby Shack one?
Yeah, Scoob and Shag. Because
That's
if
right. Yeah. But right now I'm trying to catch up to Tower of God.
Hey, yeah.
that is a long series, I'm like, oh, I should read Tower of God, and it's like season 2. It's like, oh, we're on season 3, and season 1 and 2 are like 250 chapters. I'm like, oh my,
Season 1 is short. Season 2 has a lot.
yeah.
Oh, by the way, my friend has an announcement for that one. He's saying that if you can, for Tower of God, watch it through like official means. So like, watch it through like an official anime website or something, just so manhwas can get better on treatment for adaptations.
Yeah. So in that,
That would mean that you would have to subscribe to Crunchyroll since they're doing that collaboration with Webtoon.
yeah.
That's fine, dude. That's fine with me, man. Like I subscribe for it because for me, I want to see more manhwas adapted because that's one thing I don't get to see that often.
I know, Ben. Me and you, we have to push people to animate Greatest Outcast.
See, the thing with that is that it would have to be published through Webtoon, though.
Oh, right. It's published through Link something. Yeah.
Yeah, because the Webtoon that I read, I think what's called Solo Leveling, should really get an adaptation, but sadly it's not in Webtoon, so I see no hope for that happening.
Oh.
Meanwhile, God of High School cries in the corner.
Oh no, God of High School is happening though. They already announced that.
Oh, hopefully we get Mage X Demon Queen then. That's the Yuri manga that I've been reading. The Yuri manhwa.
Depending on the popularity.
Yeah. What were you saying?
Depending on the popularity it receives.
I think it's fairly good. I'll have to look at it, but yeah, no. It was one of those. It was one of those mangas that they actually had a YouTube trailer, so it's all over YouTube.
Oh, seems like a possibility then.
Yeah, you know which one I wouldn't be surprised if they animate is that Hades and is that Hades webtoon that's like super popular, but I don't know if that's anime enough for them. I don't think that's a manhwa. That's just a comic.
I think it's a comic.
Yeah. So they gotta totally do Scoop and Shag though, even though that's gonna be like a licensing nightmare. No spoilers, but
Wouldn't that be some licensing issue?
oh, it'd be a giant licensing issue because without saying too much, Scooby and Shaggy aren't the only characters in that comic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's a shit ton. But I can't say too much because I'm not even supposed to tell you that there's other characters besides Scoob and Shag. By this point, I'm only supposed to sell the comic as a shitpost, and I can't tell you anything else past that. So, yeah, read Scoob and Shag, people. It's a shitpost comic and totally not a blah blah. Yep. Yeah. So, anyway, thanks for actually meeting up, guys. I know the show almost wasn't going to happen because I wasn't getting replies fast enough and I was getting kind of stressed out that I'm recording and then my mom showed up and I'm like, great, I can't record anymore. I'm just, oh Jesus.
Oh no.
I'm really glad we were able to do this again, and I think it's that time again for Lewis to go.
Oh, you mean something like this for Lewis?
Yeah, get the fuck out, Lewis. No, I'm joking. What wonderful pick do you have for our lovely listeners?
Oh shit! It's my turn.
Yeah, it was me last week, and then it's Ben, and now it's you.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well in that case, I'll probably go with the one from the picture above.
Oh no, please,
No, so fuck that.
no.
No,
Wait, which one? The black one?
interspecies
No, 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 no.
I mean, I would have to listen to it on earphones, but
I don't want. Okay, I'm only doing this because we're not monetizing it. If we were monetizing it, I'd totally no. Oh, no. Why? I don't want to watch this show.
alright, guys, remember, next week is gonna be practically hentai. Yeah.
Woo!
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, this would have made a pretty good April Fool's one. We could have done the revival of the hentai review part 2.
Yeah. Well, the thing is like I didn't want to treat that like an April Fool's.
This is how Danny feels.
Yeah, that's totally me. No, you know what I wanted to do for April Fool's, but I completely forgot? I wanted us to review Saki Sonobashi Go for a Punch.
What?
Have you guys heard of that?
No.
No? Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna send you like a
I
shit.
mean, if you say it in English, maybe.
It's Go for a Punch.
Go for punch.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and send you guys a bunch of videos to watch later. But TLDR, it's a anime that is about these group of girls who horribly murder or commit suicide. And it is an anime no one can find. And there's very little evidence that it exists, and it has more or less been confirmed that it does not exist. It was just a troll post. So I thought it would be funny if we review an anime that doesn't exist and make people think, oh no, these guys actually saw it.
It's a 1980s OVA though, so it's like one episode.
It's believed that it was a 1980s OVA, but it's fake. It doesn't exist. Ben?
No, it's already announced. No, it says that the OVA is 30 minutes long.
Where are you finding this? Because you'll find it everywhere else that it doesn't exist. Let me see. Guys, I think we stumbled into something I think Ben stumbled into something by accident. Don't watch it, Ben.
Oh my god, they all commit suicide. Fuck no.
Ben, what are you looking at? Send us a link right now on Discord.
No, it just pretty much says the description.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's an urban legend. Someone it popped up in a Reddit post called "What was the most disturbing thing you saw on the dark web?" And someone claimed they saw it, and it went off into this massive hunt on does it exist?
Yeah, it all started in 4chan.
There we go. Yeah, it's 4chan. But yeah, I wanted us to maybe do something like that, where it's like we're trolling people by claiming we saw it and we're reviewing it. But another thing I wanted to do, another thing I was even thinking of too is like maybe make. I forgot. But what was the plan? You just wanted to do another hentai show on April Fools? Lewis?
What?
Wait, is Lewis gone?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. What was your plan? You just wanted to do another you wanted to do another
Wait, repeat yourself. You keep cutting off towards the end.
Sorry. What was your plan? You wanted to do another hentai show for April Fools?
Yeah, so kind of make it like a revival of like the hentai episode we did last time. We talked about our favorite hentais, but this time part 2 with updates.
I mean, we could totally do that. We don't have to wait for April Fools to do it. It's whoever wants to bring it up.
Yeah, but I want to wait for next is this week Easter Sunday or next week?
Next week.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Easter, I believe.
Oh no. No.
No, never mind. I'm sticking with the interspecies reviewers.
Yeah, so we'll be doing it anyway with interspecies reviewers. Yeah, that episode should be coming out Easter weekend.
Yes, perfect. What a better way to start off the week of creation.
Yeah, I'm still doing some additional editing with Carolyn Tuesday, but that will come out soon.
Is that
Huh?
Huh?
Is that Taiho?
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, guys, thank you for joining us on this episode of Animazing. Come back next week as we do Saito Chesto. As we do interspecies reviewers. Ben, go ahead. Wait, Ben, where do I find the uncensored version for that?
Of what?
Interspecies reviewers.
Well, it's on Kiss Anime.
Oh, okay. I'm like, if I'm gonna watch this show, I'm gonna see all of it.
Yeah, no, it's better if you see all of it.
Okay, so anyway, we'll go ahead and see you next